Hey, yo, what up, y'all? How you doing today? Me, I'm chilling on my way home in this morning California sunshine. It ain't early morning, it's about mid-morning. But, man, you know who it is? It's your mans and them, your uncle, Hostile Takeover. And today, just want to touch on a little something regarding authority and responsibility. There is no authority without responsibility. The two cannot exist. They can't exist independently. Responsibility and authority go hand in hand. Well, why is that? Because when you have authority over something or someone, you have to be held accountable as a leader. There has to be checks and balances in place. Example, I'm an Army vet, right? And towards the end, I was a team leader. I had one gunner. I was responsible for one person. In that team, that two-person team, I had authority. But not only, I was actually accountable up and down. I was accountable to my gunner for what he was being taught, but I was also accountable to my squad leader because he was a higher rank than me, and he had authority over me. So take the grand scope of the Army. In the Army, there's one 5-star general. He's the general of the Army, right? He's not necessarily a joint chief. He can be, but he's not. He's usually not. But he is the highest ranked person in the Army. He's a 5-star general. His official rank is General of the Army. Everybody in the Army has to salute this man or woman. I don't think there's ever been a female general of the Army yet, but then again, I've been out for over 20 years, so I don't know. But everybody in the Army has to salute him. Everybody. But the president is commander-in-chief, so the president is still over him. So he has accountability up and down as well. So how does that tie in? If you want authority in your relationship, you have to be accountable and responsible. You're responsible to the person or people that you're leading, i.e., your wife and or your kids if you have any. And there has to be something over you, whether that's God, the universe, if that's what you refer to, or even your individual moral compass. There has to be something higher than you that holds you responsible for your actions. So you're not just giving guidance and trying to lead all willy-nilly. So what if you fuck up? What if you make a wrong decision? And you will. I have. Every man I know has. So what happens then? First step, you got to admit it. You're not perfect. You should know that going in. Then a dialogue has to take place. And you have to be able to say, all right, look, I made this decision with the best of intentions. It came from a good place. but I was wrong or it didn't work out, blah, blah, blah. You have to be able to do that. Have to. If you cannot do that, you end up with no trust whatsoever. Because they're gonna, even if they don't see one mistake, eventually they're gonna see a mistake. And if you don't take accountability for that, then they're just gonna see you as an authoritarian or a dictator. And dictators get resistance. Dictators are not well liked. You're gonna get dissension. You're gonna get attitude. You're gonna get pushback. Because unlike a military dictator, you don't have the advantage of guns and killing people for like they do in North Korea. You don't have the advantage of life or death within your grasp. And if you do, you're an asshole. But that notwithstanding, you have to be able to say, all right, I fucked up, and then have a plan of action to remedy your fuck up. If you can't remedy your fuck up, that also erodes trust. Leadership is about trust. When I was a gunner in the Army and I had a team chief, I had to be able to trust him that what he was teaching me would save my life in combat. And he had to trust me that I was learning it and getting proficient enough to save his life in combat. And it was just us. We worked in 2-person teams. You see what I'm saying? So you literally had to be able to trust that person with your life. And in a sense, your wife, your kids, they're trusting you with their life just differently. But basically, yeah, they're trusting you that you're gonna take this family where it needs to go. And that is their life. If you don't think it's that serious of a responsibility, don't get married and have kids. Don't. Because it is that serious. The outcome of your kids' lives is largely affected by you, the parent. The outcome of your marriage is largely affected by you, the husband. So you have to be able to introspectively say, did I get this right? And if not, what do I do to fix it? And then on top of fixing that one fuck up, error, or blunder, you have to have a course of action to where it never happens again. That means you have to learn from it. And if it does happen, say it does happen again, you make the same type of mistake, you have to at least not have made it in the same way and taken the same steps that led up to it, and took the same steps that led up to the first one. You have to get to that same problem a different way. You see what I'm saying? Because if you're not learning from your mistakes, then what the fuck are you doing? And it's not easy to admit that you're wrong. Like, not even a little bit. No one likes to be wrong. So, and this is also where a lot of people tell men to go ahead and be emotional. No, be logical. Emotion rarely fixes problems. Rarely. Be logical, be analytical, and look at the problem objectively. Take yourself out of it and say, what would a rational person who's not involved do? What steps would they recommend to fix this? If you cannot do that, then you're not ready. And that's okay too, as long as you're making steps to either correct that, or you're just saying, if you're not gonna take those steps, you're saying, I will not get married and have kids. I'll get deeper into that later, into this whole topic. I'll get deeper into it later. Like I said, these are just car conversations. These are the short form version for me. Podcast will be coming soon. Just working out the details on logistics and blah, blah, blah. But because I'm going to have a partner, my podcast partner, co-host, whatever you want to call it, he doesn't live near me, but we don't want to do it via Zoom. We want to have a physical location where we're both at. So, we're just working that out, where it's going to be, this, that, and the third. So either way, it's still coming soon. Look out for it. And then, hey, I'll catch y'all later. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. Give your uncle a like, comment, and a subscription, please. It helps. Like I said, we're going to be trying to do lives, things like that. And we are way under the YouTube limit for that. So, I literally appreciate each and every one of y'all that comments, likes, subscribes. For real, that's not me just saying that. I appreciate the absolute shit out of it. And as usual, middle fingers up, put 2 fingers in your ass, spread them apart, say peace.